Well, with all the changes in the tax codes, you might not know too much about what the 20% standard deduction is for business income. Rachel Pappy is partner and vice president of Polston Tax Resolution and Accounting. She's joining us to discuss the standard deduction and who actually benefits from it. All right, so these new tax laws have created plenty of new tax breaks. They took away some as well. What are some of the new tax breaks available for small businesses?
Yes, so I was very excited because there was a lot of talk about the corporate tax rate decreasing to 21%, but most of our clients are small business owners.
Right.
And so what was the benefit from the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act for those small business owners? And I'm so excited to be here today to bring some attention to that because there is a huge benefit. There's a 20% qualified business income deduction on taxable income. So you have to look at all taxable income. If you're married and you file married, you have a limitation of $315,000. If you file single, it's $157,500, and then it starts to get phased out. But that's a deduction, straight deduction off your taxable income. That's after all your deductions. We're not talking about adjusted gross income. We're talking about your taxable income. So it's a huge windfall for small business owners.
All right, and again, small business is what makes up America. There's so many of them. So
exactly.
It's a really big deal.
Yeah, we say it's the fabric of our economy.
Exactly. All right. Now, is there anything else that small businesses have to do to qualify for this?
Yes. So a couple things. One, they should definitely look at good tax planning this year. Almost all small businesses are going to qualify. There is a number of exceptions that got cut out. It's the first time maybe I can say I have some tax planning in common with professional athletes, like my favorite NBA stars. They got cut out. Okay. So did lawyers. So did people in healthcare, like doctors. There's a whole list, actually. Actuarial services, business consultants, financial consultants, performing arts. The list goes on of people who got cut out, but it's actually not that long of a list. Most small business owners are going to qualify. And then when they hit that limitation threshold, it's a phase out. And then there's a maximum amount where they just phase out completely from taking that deduction.
All right, somebody might be thinking about starting a business right there. They have to figure out what kind of entity they are, and either an LLC or an S Corp. How do they choose?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So our firm, Polston Tax, has been doing some calculations on how this 20% pass-through deduction is going to work if you were a sole prop, or if you were a partnership, if you were an LLC, if you were an S Corp, and let's just say it was the same type of business with about the same amount of income, some with contractors, some with salaries to themselves, some with everyone being salaried. And there's actually a substantial difference when you look at how this deduction gets applied and the limitations that get applied when it takes the greater of half the share of wages. And I'm not going to get into the formula, but you need some good tax planning right now to maximize your benefit from this particular deduction. If you've been a sole prop all this time, or sole proprietorship, or DBA for yourself, you can continue to do that as a small business owner and take advantage of this. But with some good tax planning, you may be able to operate your business pretty much the same way and increase the deduction you could take just by restructuring how your entity is set up.
And when will a lot of these changes come into effect?
It's already in effect.
Oh, it's already happened.
Yeah, so it's 2018. We're in May of 2018. Time is ticking. It's already in effect. So everyone who's taking advantage of it has been saving money this whole year. If you haven't yet changed how you're doing things, jump on it so you can take advantage of it for the rest of the year.
And if you have any questions, of course, Polston Tax and Resolution and Accounting, they are there waiting for you. They have 5 locations in Oklahoma City, Edmond, Norman, Tulsa, and Wichita. Call them at 405-801-2146. They also assist clients nationwide. There's several ways you can get a hold of Polston Tax, Resolution, and Accounting. Just look for Polston Tax on all social media. Their website is polstontax.com.